Hey guys, how's it going? Mango here again today with another discussion video for you guys on WoW. And over the recent weeks, it's been a huge talk with Blizzard about private servers and legacy servers recently just because of the Nostalria shutdown, and that's kind of really helped push players to promote the idea of legacy servers more than they have been, even though they've been around for so much. I was gonna do a video on the Nostalria shutdown, but then I figured it was a bit late, and when this came up, I thought it was the perfect idea to kind of mention it. Um, First things first, I honestly believe that Blizzard has every right uh, to shut it down, obviously, because it's basically like they're stealing their name and their game and everything like that. So I, s- I don't want to say I support the decision, but I see where it's coming from, and Blizzard has every right, so I'm not mad about them for doing that. Now, I wanted to get something straight first. I had never played vanilla until Nostalrius. So Nostalrius was the first time that I had played vanilla WoW, and I had to say that I actually loved playing vanilla WoW or Nostalrius. I thought it was super fun. There were so many great things about it, which I can now see why people are pushing so hard for legacy servers. A couple things obviously that aren't so great about it, but I think it's actually still better than current WoW, than retail is right now. But yeah, so today, anyways, for the video, I wanted to give you my, I wanted to give you guys my standpoint on the Nostalrius, or pardon me, not the Nostalrius server, but legacy servers, and on my view if Blizzard should or should not release them. Uh, and then I wanted to talk about, as you can see up here, this post made by Netheria, I believe is how you say it. Uh, but it was actually posted by Netheria, but written by, as I highlighted there, J. Allen Brack, which is the infamous, who was the guy who created the infamous saying, "You think you do, but you don't." So I'll touch upon most of this, but I guess I'll just read this first. I'll go over my thoughts on their, you know, view or their thoughts on legacy servers and the situation going on right now, and we'll just talk about it a bit more. So I'll just get into it right now. So here we go. So we wanted to let you know that we've been closely following the Nostalrius discussion, and we appreciate your constructive thoughts and suggestions. I doubt that they actually appreciate it because it's been a lot of hate, but either way. Our silence on this subject definitely does not reflect our level of engagement and our passion around the topic. We hear you. Many of us across Blizzard and the WoW dev team have been passionate players ever since Classic WoW, and in fact, I personally work at Blizzard because of my love for Classic WoW. We have been discussing classic servers for years. It's a hot topic at every BlizzCon, and especially over the past few weeks. From active internal team discussions to after hours meetings with leadership, this subject has been highly debated. Some of our current thoughts. And just on that opening segment, I'm going to say that it seems like this kind of sentence pops up in every single topic that gets heated, and when someone tries firing shots, Blizzard, this is kind of always their response. They always say our silence doesn't affect or reflect their level of engagement, which I kind of do believe, but which I actually really do believe it. But I mean, all this is standard stuff. Obviously, they love WoW. I don't think they appreciate the criticism because it really hasn't been that nice. But I guess let's just continue now. So, we have been discussing classic servers for years. Okay, alright. It's a topic at every BlizzCon. I just read this. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, let's start here. This is where we go. Okay. Why not just let Nostalrius continue the way it was? The honest answer is failure to protect against intellectual property (IP) infringement would affect Blizzard's rights. Okay, I'm just going to read this whole thing actually. This applies to anything that uses WoW's IP, including unofficial servers, and while we've been looked at into the possibility, there's not a clear legal path to protect Blizzard's IP and grant an operating license to a private server. Okay, so this to me, I mean, standard. I mentioned at the beginning of the video that I believe that Blizzard, they have every right to shut it down, and this just kind of proves it. I don't think, even if they were like, they say that they can't do it because of their IP. I believe they just wouldn't let it because like it's not really fair to Blizzard that someone else can run their game for them, and even though they're not making a profit, they're still taking away profits from Blizzard in a sense. So, but yeah, this is standard. I agree with them. This is kind of why you can't have Nostalrius up. So I believe now we're here. So we explored options for developing classic servers, and none could be executed without great difficulty. If we could push a button and all of this would be created, we would. However, there are tremendous operational challenges to integrating classic servers, not to mention the ongoing support of multiple live versions for every aspect of WoW. This to me seems complete bullshit. Everyone definitely agrees with me because everyone has already said this, but Nostalrius, they did it with a team of, I believe, 10 people. And the second thing that I want to point out is they said that if we could push a button uh, and it was all possible that they would, this sentence here, I find that complete bullshit as well because even if they could push a button and Classic WoW was back, they could publish it. I don't think they still wouldn't. Like they're saying that they would, but I don't believe they would because it says if we could push a button and all this would be created, we would. I don't think they would put this out to the public still right away. So that's a bit bullshit. But this again is really all bullshit because Nostalrius did it. Even if it's Nostalrius's version, why can't you guys just take that? Blizzard's, no offense, I'm not trying to disrespect Nostalrius, the people that work there, because they're definitely smarter than me. But if they can do it, Blizzard can easily do it. That's the way I see it. Even though I obviously don't know any of the technical stuff going into this, I really don't know how difficult it is. But it seems like it shouldn't be that difficult for Blizzard to do. Next paragraph now. So what can we do to capture that nostalgia of when WoW first launched? Over the years, we have talked about a pristine realm. In essence, this would turn off all leveling acceleration, including character transfers, heirloom gear, character boost, recruiter friend bonuses, WoW token, and access to cross-realm zones, as well as group finder. We aren't sure whether this version of a clean slate is something that would appeal to the community, and it's an open topic of discussion. Okay, so I've already seen videos. Now this is why I didn't do this video yesterday because I wanted to see people's reactions to pristine servers, and I've gotten a sense because I've watched quite a few videos, and it seems like everybody hates the idea of a pristine server. For me, I'm going to give you my viewpoint on this. I don't hate the idea, and I'll get into why. But for example, people are hating on it because they think it's bullshit. They're like, "Oh, why would we handicap ourselves?" But this is essentially vanilla WoW, just taken into retail. Vanilla WoW, you didn't have any of this. You didn't have character transfer, heirloom gears, character boost, recruiter friend bonuses, WoW token, access to cross realm zones, and group finder. Now, when they say group finder, I'm assuming they mean LFR as well in every single type of group finder in the game. That wasn't in vanilla. So this is literally taking vanilla and putting it to retail. So wouldn't this be awesome? I'm kind of confused. I'm thinking people should actually like this. I kind of like it. Honestly, I think pristine realms should be every single realm and every single server, not just certain ones. Like this will help the game, but the reason why pristine realm doesn't work is because no one's going to join a separate realm for this. If realms were turned into this, that's perfect. I think people will get behind it. But for a pristine realm, the only reason why I think people hate it is because why would I join this and just like shit myself like when there's nothing different, like you're literally just making the game harder, which is good. It's good in a sense, but it's not nostalgic for vanilla. I think this is what every realm should be. Kind of losing my thought here, but for example, okay, so this is the reason why I think this is good for every single realm is because remove is just purely because they're removing group finders and LFRs, LFGs, whatever. They're removing it, which is just going to increase the amount of people talking to each other, and it's going to bring back the MMO in WoW and the MMO in the MMORPG that we have lost. It's going to come back, but it shouldn't just be one server like this for like North America. It should be every server like this. And another reason why this is slightly not going to work is because in vanilla, it was actually hard to level. Even though you're removing the acceleration and all that, which is good, it's still not going to be as hard. And the reason why vanilla WoW was so successful and so much fun was because it was hard, so you would have to group up with people to do quests that now you don't need to do. I'm going to give you an example. I mentioned before that it didn't start um in vanilla. I started in Kata, right? And I was leveling up through I started at end of Kata and into Mop, but essentially I didn't group up, didn't need to talk to anybody in the whole entire game. And this is true. I'm not lying or anything until around level 78. Now, this wasn't because it was a hard quest or anything like that. This was because someone randomly invited me to a group and just said, "Why not join our group for fun?" And I did. I'm not including group Dungeon Finder because you just queue into that. You don't need to start it. But when I played Nostalrius and Vanilla WoW, it was so fun and so satisfying and just awesome. Getting a group for a dungeon, finally getting one, or queuing or doing a quest with like just a couple randoms that you have just met and talking to them and getting to know people. This is what an MMO is. This is what WoW has lost, and this is why a pristine server, in a sense, won't work, but it still could, and it will still help. But again, as I just mentioned before, a pristine realm should technically really be every single realm, because there really shouldn't be character transfers, character boost, heirloom gear, any of that stuff in the game. And like again, Group Finder, it's kind of another discussion, but that should be completely out of the game. This is a step in the right direction. So I think we have to applaud Blizzard for kind of trying to accommodate for us. But basically, you shouldn't be that mad as well for this because Blizzard have said they're not going to give us legacy servers. So this is the best they can give us, no? So you shouldn't be that upset in reality, even though they're not going to give you what you want. But they already said they weren't going to do that. So they shouldn't be too upset, even though they are. I guess we should just continue though. Can move on. But on another note, or sorry, one other note, we've recently been in contact with some of the folks who operate in Nostalrius. They obviously care deeply about the game, and we look forward to conversations with them in the coming weeks, which is great. Blizzard, good job. This is what you should do. Uh, Nothing really else to say about that, but you, the Blizzard community, are the most dedicated, passionate players out there. We thank you for your constructive thoughts and suggestions. We are listening. It seems like they're kind of listening, but kind of not listening. And again, J. Allen Brack, the guy that said, "You think you do, but you don't." Now, I just want to go in and say, and leave a comment about this guy. Okay, I don't want to rip on him because I don't know him, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Okay, so here's my problem. When someone asks him a question at BlizzCon, and your response is this is literally his response. He's like this. You want that, but you think you do, but you don't. Like, you think you do, but you don't. Okay. First problem, straight up, just rude. Second of all, you didn't give him a real answer. You just you're trying to make up his mind for him. You didn't give him a real reason. You think you do, but you don't. Isn't a real reason. It's just like trying to put something in his mind. Like maybe you can say, "We think you guys think you might want it, but you don't, and here are the reasons why." Isn't that a better answer to the question? I think so. Like, here's another example. If I work at McDonald's, some random ass guy comes up to me. I'm just sitting there, hanging with my wang out behind the counter, just chilling, flipping patties all day. And then some guy comes up and it's like, "Can I have a Big Mac, please? I'm feeling really hungry. This nice chubby guy, I want a Big Mac. He's hungry." And then I say, "You think you want a Big Mac, but you don't. You actually want chicken nuggets." Actually, scratch that. You actually want a nice wrap. Here's a wrap for you. Like, that's so rude. That's just being a dick. Like, I swear I would be fired on the spot. Would you not think you'd be fired? Like, disrespecting a customer like that, making decisions for the customer, that's so rude. If I worked at Blizzard, this guy, like how is he still here? Like, That's such a rude answer to give to somebody, in my opinion, and that's all I'm gonna leave it at because I could go on this for a little bit longer. But yeah. Anyways, so Blizzard, they haven't said what they're gonna do about legacy servers at all, really. They just said that they're talking about it more. This really doesn't do that much. It gives us the idea of pristine servers or pristine realm, which is okay. But now I guess I'm just gonna give you guys my thoughts on legacy servers, and I feel like my position is the most neutral you could ever get since I never played vanilla, I never played BC, and I never played Wrath, which are the three best expansions said by most people, the majority of people actually, and I'm pretty sure you would consider me a neutral person. So at first, I thought, yeah, the idea sounds amazing. I would love it because I had never played vanilla. So I would love to experience vanilla with this same community, and I thought that was going to be a great idea. I want to try it for sure. I mean, it sounds like a great idea. But then I kind of got into it more, and I realized a couple things about it and why this might not be the best idea. Because currently, retail is what everyone plays, obviously. Well, actually, not everyone, because everyone quit. But in my opinion, if you spend the time that you're going to take to create vanilla WoW, why don't we just make retail great again? Because retail, obviously, is what really matters. This is the true game. This is the true form. And the problem is it's morphed into something it's not. So if we could morph retail back into what vanilla was on, and base it on kind of the same thing, I think that would be way better than having a vanilla server. Like vanilla server at that point, if retail was the same, it's just nostalgic reasons to go back and play, which I could understand, but it doesn't make that much sense and you know, Blizzard would definitely not do it at that point. Um so then I was saying, I really don't think legacy servers should be a thing. I really don't like it. I think we should just try and focus on retail right now. Because honestly, in any type of game, the live version is always what matters. But then I kept thinking, it's really not happening. They're really not going to change retail. They're really not. It's just WoW's become something that it wasn't intended to. It's become something that is completely the opposite. I mean, I just don't know what to say about it. It's changed so much that it's not the same, and I've lost like the feeling that I had for WoW, and I started playing during Kata, and like it hasn't changed that much since then, but it's changing, and it's what's really upsetting me is that they're hurting the community, they're hurting the players, and the fact that I went back and I played Nostalrius and I thought that was better than what we have now, I think that's just very sad. Honestly, the best option right now, and it seems like it, is to release legacy servers, just because retail's it's dead. I'm gonna say it, it's dead. I hate to say it because I love the game so much. Retail brings this sort of passion to the game, or sorry, takes the passion that we had for the game away. But vanilla, it really connects everyone and brings everyone together, and it's just the way vanilla was made, the things that were in vanilla. And I'll give you examples. The hard leveling, which I already said, um, you actually have to talk to people in the game, and the real reason was it was an MMO. It wasn't just a single player game because WoW is a singer. It's just an online game basically. It's not an MMO, which stands obviously for massively multiplayer online game. It's now just the O, and I think it's really sad. So at this point, I think it's the only option. But I would like, again, I was actually kind of meant to say this before, but when I first thought about uh, if legacy servers, when I disagreed with legacy servers at one point in time, it was really because uh, again, I thought it would split the community, which I don't think is a good idea at all. I think a split community is awful, will even hurt the game way more, even if legacy servers are a thing, which I'll get into a bit more, I guess. But it was really, I really just, I'm kind of, I've lost my thought here. There's so much going on, but um, Vanilla WoW, I really now don't know what I'm saying. I've literally just blanked. I've drawn a blank. Wow. I literally just drew a blank. I don't know what to say. Okay. I guess I'll talk about why I thought WoW private servers wouldn't or legacy servers wouldn't work, and split player base for me doesn't work you know uh even if barely anyone's playing. I just don't think it's a good idea. If someone doesn't want to play vanilla, if someone wants to play Burning Crusade, then they're gonna wait for that. And then if they do it where it's progressive and then vanilla's gone, all the people that just wanted vanilla aren't gonna play anymore. They're gonna stop, and eventually you'll just run out of content, run out of old expansions to go over. So the only option is to keep them for a long time, but you'll just lose the content, or sorry, you'll just run out of content. And I just didn't think they'd work, but I wanted to see. Now I remember what I was gonna say, but I wanted to see legacy servers I wanted to see them when retail was done, when they said no more expansions, then legacy servers I'm okay with. Um, but as I was saying before on how progressive wouldn't work because eventually, you know, you'd get to Wrath and then people would be like, I only wanted to play vanilla in BC and they quit. Or somebody just wanted to play Wrath and now they have to wait that long to play it is definitely a problem, and also the fact that you will run out of content if they keep Vanilla up and if they keep Burning Crusade up and Wrath up, let's say at the same time. That is 3 games you're splitting your player base over, which I think is an absolutely terrible idea. It won't even work at all, I think, in my opinion. But that's kind of where I'm at. I could go on further, but my idea on this post, it's getting there. We need to see more, obviously. I would hate to have to wait till BlizzCon to see more on this post, unfortunately, but we just might have to do that. Uh, again, to finally conclude it all, I guess I'm in favor of legacy servers. I don't think there's another alternative. My personal preference is save retail. That's not going to happen. The only thing we can do is bitch and complain about having a legacy server, and that's it. I mean, there's a petition. I'll find the link for it and I'll post it in the description so you can go sign the petition. By the way, there was a video. I can't remember his name. Kungan, I'm pretty sure, was the one that posted it. It was of an ex-Blizzard employee who worked during uh, vanilla times. He had some great words to say, and I thought that was a really interesting video. I'll post the link in the description for that video as well. I hope you guys have a great day after watching this. I hope, Blizzard does something to just revive this game and restore it to its former glory. And yeah, that's essentially it. Go follow my Twitter, go do whatever you want, and I hope you have a good day.